Now this week has been full of confusion and running battles. I mean, the arrest of Dr. Besigye and on his way for prayers at the FDC headquarters, and a few days of my career striking. What more can I say? Welcome to this week's episode of the School Field Show. I'm Besigye John, your host, and let's get this started. Besigye University students have been on running battles with the police for 3 days, protesting the 60% tuition policy that they say is unfair to them. Now this comes after they were denied to do tests after failing to pay the 60% tuition policy in the required 6 weeks. They say they have requested the university to extend the policy from 6 weeks to 12 weeks, but their pleas have fallen on deaf ears. The University Council, that is the university's supreme governing body, headed by this gentleman, Engineer Dr. Charles Wana RM, is stuck to its guns. In a statement released yesterday, they have vowed to keep the policy intact and comfortably in place. Among other, I should call them threats, because they have said they will withdraw sponsorship from government and state house sponsored students who will be found guilty of having participated in the strike and vandalized property. And other students found to have participated in the destruction of vandalism of property shall be disciplined and made to pay for the damages. Now, we condemn hooliganism and vandalism of property in the strongest of terms. But why can't a solution just be found for this policy once and for all? I mean, it has been fought enough. And can council just come up with a solution? But do they even know how it feels to pay tuition? In a Facebook post by Evan Boy, the former guild president for the university, and I quote, he says, actually, many at the helm of such unfair tuition policies started for free, and they were paid supplementary allowances by the government. So how do you expect, you who say 60% in 6 weeks is unfair, how do you expect such a person to listen to you? He has never paid a penny in his university life. Now, I know this may sound a little bit of a cliche to most of you, but it happened. Dr. Besigye was arrested again. The FDC founders' freedom after nearly 40 days of house arrest was cut short at the Mulago roundabout, and this is of course a very brutal spot for him. You remember sometime back, Mr. Victor Bwana actually practically soaked his eyes in tear gas and he nearly lost his sight. Now the police claim that he violated the Public Order Management Act when he refused to follow the routes that recommended to him. He was going for the Tuesday prayers at the FDC headquarters in Najanankumbi.
After spending over 40 days under house arrest, Dr. Besigye, who lost for the first time during the 18th February general elections, today attempted to go for prayers at the FDC headquarters in Najanankumbi.
Okay, Uganda police says the man distracts businesses in town with his crowds of supporters whenever he passes in the busy streets of Kampala. So they recommend him routes where to pass so that he doesn't attract a lot of crowd. Of course, he definitely refuses them because he's a defiant man. What do you expect? But if I may ask, which routes in Kampala do you think Mr. Besigye can take and never attract a crowd? The people of Kampala love their president. I mean, they call him that, not me, so don't come for me. The man is such a darling. He's loved, so you better deal with that or get over it. Or maybe upgrade him from this van and maybe start raiding him around in a police chopper so that he doesn't have to attract a lot of crowds. Now, earthquake is one of nature's most destructive forces. It can wipe up an entire town. Why do we even go that far? For Poto here in Western Uganda, we experienced the same problem I think I remember the last time it happened in 1992, and it destroyed a lot of houses. Of course, the most prominent being the Virika Cathedral for the Fort Portal Catholic Diocese. But today, maybe you can have a very sound sleep without worry, courtesy of this earthquake-proof bed. But I must warn you though, it looks like a coffin. Now, thank you for being such a great viewer of City Television Uganda. Now, go tell a friend to like our Facebook page and also subscribe to our YouTube channel, all at City Television Uganda. You can also follow us on Twitter at City TV UG. I gotta go back to Fort Portal and buy my mom an earthquake-proof bed because I fear losing her.